Hello everybody, welcome to my 16-8 journey. Why does it always make me laugh when people say they've been on a journey? We shouldn't laugh, should we? Why do I am on a journey. I'm on a journey of my 16. It just sounds so, I don't know, just so cringe, doesn't it? But anyway, my 16-8 journey. Welcome to my 16-8 journey. As I always have to say, the caveat at the front of these films is I am in no way a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not anything. I'm just a TV presenter, working mum kind of person who all their life has struggled within the diet industry and diet culture, has been a victim of it. Has spent most of my life hating the way that I looked, have tried every diet in the book, dieted my way to obesity and back down and back up again. And this is a way of eating that I've discovered that works for me. It won't cost you anything. You don't need any books. You don't need any shakes. You don't need anything. Nobody at any point is going to ask you for any money with this way of eating. It's just a lifestyle choice. This is forever. There are lots of films before detailing more of what I do, and there's some films with the recipes and things, and every week I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep on just chatting about it because this is for life. So yeah, some weeks I might do more fancy stuff, other weeks it might just be a chat, other weeks we do a live chat, but today I wanted to do what I haven't done yet, which is to read out some of your messages. I do read all your messages. Occasionally I will answer some, but it's really difficult to get into that vibe of answering a lot, because what happens is it really is overwhelming, and then I don't like people to feel left out, that I didn't particularly, that I look at the washing, that I didn't message back. So some of these that I've chosen today are to give you inspiration for people that it's going, well, when I was fully in the diet culture, I used to love nothing more than buying all those diet magazines and having a look at those before and afters and stuff. And it really gave me inspiration. I mean, I'm always really mindful of saying how much I eat and exactly what I eat, because everybody, again, that's the mess up of the diet culture, because everybody needs something different, and maybe in different portions and different different nutrients. So everything that I do, it's just my experience that I'm sharing with you. Please do consult your doctor if you're having any big changes, especially if you're diabetic or anything like that, because you are fasting for 16 hours. My dad's diabetic. That's part of why I do the 16-8, because my dad is diabetic and I don't want to become diabetic. He's type 2 diabetes. And I could move quite quickly to that with my weight if I'm not careful. So I like the way I look. I've spent decades finding a way to accept the way I look, and I like the way I look. I think I look great. This lovely body that's looked after me all these years, given me children, walked across the room for me, run a marathon for me. This beautiful, beautiful body is just great, but it needs to be treated a bit better, and I need to lose a bit more weight. But this isn't about the way I look. Okay, so let's start reading some of these comments. So some are just people who it's going really well for, and some are that maybe we can sort of have a bit more of a chat about. So Kim Smirrell, hope you've said that, I've said that right. Thank you so much for your help and encouragement in these videos. I'm on week 3 and I've lost 11 pounds so far. But to be honest, this is the bit I love, I just feel so much better, more energy and sleeping much better. It's fantastic. All of those things are fantastic, because I love the way that you say, I've lost that weight, but I feel so much better. Because yes, we're wanting to lose weight. If we're obsessing about losing weight just for the way that we look, I think it leads it takes us to a place of hell. Try and, try and think about the way that it's helping you feel. Like, I'm now not weighing myself because I don't want to get in the numbers game. But every week I'm putting something on that I couldn't get on before. Every week people saying, oh, you look well, oh, have you lost a bit of weight? And that's what because I could jump on the scales today and I could have put on a couple of pounds And I could drive myself mad with that and put myself in a bad place emotionally, which could possibly, for me, knowing myself very well, could lead me to a binge and chaotic eating. So that's how I manage it. But if jumping on the scales every day works for you, well, then do what works for you. A bit hungover, I went to pantomime last night. It's not very good for your health, but anyway, I stuck to tequila. It's very pure. It's very good on the liver. So well done. Helby, since doing the 16-8 for a few weeks now, I've got a steady 1 to 2 pound weight loss a week, which is great. The downside is I'm having to get up more in the night for a pee. Does anyone else have this issue? Well, I'm presuming, don't forget, when we first lose weight, we're also losing water. Now, whenever anyone says that, like it's a negative thing, I'm always like, that's good. Because anything extra that I've got that's making me feel bloated or making me feel bigger, I'm glad to get rid of it. But I presume you are drinking more water, which of course we all know is absolutely brilliant for skin, for eyes, and of course for the way that your metabolism works. Because apparently if you're dehydrated, your body doesn't work as efficiently to burn calories. Well, of course it's not. Being dehydrated is terrible. And the first sign of dehydration is tiredness, not thirst, not dry mouth. So an awful lot of people are thirsty and don't even know it. They think they're just tired. Like, first thing I say to somebody, if they say, I'm really tired, I say, have a glass of water. So I have banged on quite a lot about you know, getting sort of 8 glasses of water like that a day. But again, not for everyone. People have different needs, different body types, different sizes, the map that you exercise. About 8 is right for me, but yours might be 10, 12. For Mark, it's more like 14 because he does his Joe Wicks every day. So it does depend. But what I will say, I promise you this. When you start to increase your water and you're going to the loo all the time, do you know what's incredible? Is that eventually you stop peeing so much. Because your cells all plump up with the water. They're not just running through. Now, don't have a go at me. That is what a nutritionist told me. And if that's not factually right, I'm sorry. I'm just a TV presenter. But somebody told me that. And it worked with me. I thought, oh, because I was like, well, how can you be peeing loads and then you're not peeing so much? And they said, well, it's literally that your cells plump up. Who is that? There's somebody at the door. Okay. Blueberry jam, 177. You're looking much slimmer. Thank you, blueberry jams. I love the structure of this, as my weakness used to be in the evening sitting with crisps, dips, chocolate, etc., watching TV. Mark's my husband, in case it's your first time visiting our channel, and he has big issues with food and body dysmorphia and all of that. And the nighttime, the evening was about him prowling all the time for food. And in the first couple of months of him doing 16-8, it was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him. I'm literally going to kill him. If he says one more time, I'm hungry, or prowls around. But guess what? Bit by bit, night by night, it decreased. And now it just shuts down at 8 o'clock. He's not looking around food. As long as he's had enough protein, carbohydrates, vegetables through the day. If not, if he's had a chaotic 8 hours, like the other day he had, we didn't really have anything in the fridge, and he had for dinner, what did he have? Oh my God, what did he have? Vegetable soup, which was very healthy, and bread, but it wasn't enough for him. So then he had a bowl of granola, and he was sort of fine. Then I went to bed, and he ate everything. But that was simply because he hadn't had enough, you know. So sorry, Blueberry Jam, I interrupted you. Crisp dip, chocolate, etc. TV. Now, it's peppermint tea as my eating window closes at 8 p.m. That's really good. The window has just closed. Imagine the window's closed and it's shut. But make sure you have a really good, tasty, nutritionally dense meal. So you're not spending the rest of the night thinking that you've been, you know, cheated. Also, I've noticed my sugar cravings, the same as Mark, have all but disappeared, as I used to be hungry every few hours. So really, I snacked all day. Insulin spike, insulin spike, insulin spike. This is fantastic. Louise Smith. Oh, thank you. Louise says, you're amazing for starting 16-8 this side of Christmas. I really wanted to do this one. I know I'd fail, so it'll be January for me. Giving up alcohol a year ago was the answer to stopping the vicious cycle of binging and feeling like crap, gaining weight. Well, that's so fantastic that you gave up alcohol and you're feeling this brilliant. Sorry. I'm so thirsty. Wish I'd given up alcohol last night. But anyway, how brilliant that you have, Louise. But I just wanted to talk about this idea because it's... A lot of people have been asking me about this. And say, so what are you doing about Christmas? Are you going to be doing this 16-8 at Christmas? Why don't you just stop until January? And I think this goes to the root of where we get it all wrong when it comes to our eating. That it's a constant sort of binge punishment. And therefore, to take away any chance of a happy binge, you know, like there's no chance of you having a bit of both without the punishment. Binge, eating well, a happy binge. And that's the way that I see it. If I now say, I'm not going to have anything now until after Christmas, I'm not going to do any 16-8 now till after Christmas, what am I going to be looking at after Christmas in January? I'm going to be looking at a mountain to climb. Got to start right back at the beginning. Now, if 5 days this week, because it's a couple of weeks before Christmas, I am not in my eating window because, well, like last night, I was out, was on the piss, got up this morning, felt a bit shit, so had a bit of breakfast earlier than I normally would. That doesn't matter. Saturday and Sunday tomorrow, I've got no social engagements. I'll just get back on 16-8. So even if you're just doing 16-8, you know, half the amount that you normally would in December, it's still better than doing 7 days of not doing 16-8 and take all the guilt out of everything. Like, I am so looking forward to fasting tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to my 16 hours because I'm going to wake up brighter, clearer headed. I'll have a spring in my step. Come Sunday night, I'll feel fresh. Monday, I'll do 16-8. Tuesday, I'll do 16-8. Wednesday, I'll do 16-8. Thursday, I've got my loose women staff lunch party thing. You know what? I will start my breakfast a bit later, but I'm not going to go batshit crazy at myself if I go over my 8 hours. It's Christmas pie. And if in the morning I have my breakfast a bit early because I'm a bit hungover, that's all right. I'll close my window earlier on Friday and then I'll do a really clean 16-8 Saturday and Sunday. I shouldn't even say the word clean. It's very negative. Like there's clean and there's dirty eating. I don't like that. But if I'm really honest, when I'm fasting, the lightness that I feel that a lot of you have talked about feels clean to me. But I don't want you to think of it when I say it as terms of clean or dirty, because then we're back in that stinking thinking diet culture shit. That's a waste of our lives. So yeah, Louise, why not do 1 day a week until January? 16-8 or 10-14 or whatever works right. Wendy Stewart, I've been doing 16-8 because of you, Naz. I've lost 6 pounds and I'm so pleased. I'm so proud of you, Wendy Stewart. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Heather Cromack, alcohol ruins this diet for me. I can't help it. I keep having a drink when the kids go to bed. I'll clean downstairs, then catch up on the soaps or something with an alcoholic drink next to me. Help me. Well, I did answer you, Heather, didn't I? But I thought I'd share that answer with people here. I said, why not make it only every other night that you have that drink after you put the kids to bed? Or shift your eating window so you can incorporate the glass of wine within your eating window. Because if you like a glass of wine in the evening, it's not illegal. It's not illegal. But make it just have it in your eating window. So if I want a piece of... Oh, sorry, nearly lost the battery there. If I want to have a piece of chocolate cake, I'm going to have it. But I'm not going to have it out of my eating window today. You know, or Sunday or Saturday. What else? Oh, who else have we got here? Kim Williams, Nadia, you're really helping me out so much. I've lost 3 stone and I'm so happy with that. That's so wonderful, Kim Williams. Round of applause from all of us. Gemma Rawlings, hey gang, I totally dropped the ball on the fasting this week, but I'm just jumping back on. Brilliant. I'll definitely notice though, when I eat late at night, I'm way hungrier in the morning. Has anyone else found this? Absolutely. Absolutely. The later I eat, that's why I do try and encourage people to have an earlier fasting window, but not if it's going to interrupt with your life and it's going to cause you stress and you can't eat with your family, no. But if at the moment you're eating at 9, 10 o'clock at night, could you bring that forward a bit? Because also it's better to have 2 hours not of fasting before you sleep. So just try that. What's this one? Blue. Oh, so have I read this one? Oh, I think I've read that one. Oh, maybe that's all the ones that I've got for today. But I think this is quite a good way of continuing this conversation with you by talking about your comments. So leave plenty of comments and questions under this one, and then I'll read them next week so I can keep it quite fresh. Gaynor Simpson, thanks Nadia, I loved your vlog. Can I just ask, please, because I want to do the 16/8 again, but was wondering, could I do it around calorie counting too? Well, of course you can. You can do whatever you like. But what I would say to you is, calorie counting is all kinds of hell as far as I'm concerned. As soon as I'm counting calorie, I'm overthinking about food. And what we're trying to do with this is have intuitive eating. Get back to eating, allowing ourselves to feel hungry and then eating until we feel satisfied, not overstuffed. And I think calorie counting, I mean, for instance, you could say, well, half an avocado and a bag of crisps, the crisps are slightly less calories, say for instance, so I'll have the bag of crisps. Well, that's not going to nourish you. That's not going to make your body work in a better way, is it? The bag of crisps, the half an avocado is. So I think for years I was on that cycle. Oh, I'll have a curly whirly, because a curly whirly is 120 calories and a wholemeal chicken sandwich with salad is 250. So I'll just have a curly whirly for lunch. Do you see where I'm going with this? And actually, calorie counting is quite an inexact science. So try and follow. Get back to eating when you're hungry within your window, eating nutritionally dense, and try and free yourself from the constraints of calories. If you want, why not get a portion plate? If you're somebody that has a real problem with judging what's the right amount of food, you can get these portion plates from Amazon, and they just sort of break it up, you know, quarter carbs, half a veg, quarter protein. That might help. But of course you can. Of course you can do calories within your eating window. Nadia, what was the name of the book you mentioned once about 16/8 fasting? Ursula, it's called The 8-Hour Diet by David Zuckerberg. I was going to say Mark Zuckerberg, but isn't he the one from Facebook? There, okay, I think that's enough for today. It's quite a long film in the end. But yeah, leave your messages. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what your struggles are. Tell me what your milestones are. If you've got any questions for me or for the group here, then just ask them. And happy 16/8ing. Am I at my window now? Yep.